My name is Ryoma Takasugi. I'm 30, working in sales at a food manufacturer in the countryside. Actually, today, I was appointed as a trainer for new employees, and I met with them for the first time today. Is it true that you dropped out of high school? Senpai is uneducated. I can't. Nice to meet you too. From what I heard, he graduated from the H University, but that didn't change his terrible attitude and personality. It was unusual for an H University graduate to come to our small company in the first place. I know that upper management expects a lot from him, but I'm surprised he made it in with that attitude.
The new guy, he's a little difficult, but you'll be fine, right?
I don't know about that, but I will try.
Thank you, I'm counting on you.
That was how I got pushed into the training role, and that was the beginning of my hardships. Akutsu-kun, you're a trainee, so how about you take notes? Notes? I don't need them. I, Yuichiro Akutsu, can remember everything I hear. You must be smart. But there's also showing people that you're listening. Okay, got it, senpai. But in the end, I just have to do the job, right? I laughed weakly. This guy doesn't get it at all. After that, I finished a walkthrough and took Akutsu with me on my rounds. We mainly deal with packaged food development, manufacturing, and sales. Every day, we go around to various stores. Oh, Takasugi-san, hello! I want to increase your stock of the new stuff from last time. The extra spicy umeboshi curry. Thank you so much. You still have some left, but how many do you need? About 10 for now? Our company was rooted in the region, and we strive to develop products that use local produce. It was important to build trust by taking the time to physically go to each store. It was also an important part of our job to find new clients. Curry? But we aren't a supermarket. Yes, if you make it a set with those plates, it can be a gift item. Oh, I see. That's a good idea. What specifically did you have in mind? For example, nowadays, you could send it as an e-gift card for Father's Day or Mother's Day. We go around to each store like this and build trusting relationships. How long are we gonna do this for? Is it worth doing something so inefficiently? On our way back from sales, Akutsu was letting out an audible sigh. Not how a newbie should act. Don't say that. It's important to communicate with customers and build trusting relationships. Why don't we use social media more? Isn't it faster to have an influencer where someone advertised for us, rather than visiting each place one by one? He was an H University graduate, but he quickly jumped to the easiest method. He was definitely still a student at heart. Do you know what kind of clients come to us for help in the first place? What? That... If you just randomly advertise without knowing that, it's just a waste of money. You have to think about that stuff first. I guess you're right. He said that, but he looked unconvinced. Tough road ahead. I thought this as we headed back to the office. A few days later, I was in the break room with my head in my hands.
Oh my, you look tired.
This is Nana Arimura. She's also in sales, and she was one of the few who came in at the same time as me.
I'm assuming it's got to do with a newbie? I heard you're having some trouble.
Yeah, it's crazy. He doesn't listen at all, and always has an excuse. She watched me whine and took out a single sheet of paper from her suit pocket.
Well, I have some news for Mr. Takasugi. I finally completed this.
That doodle?
Not a doodle. This is Curry King, the king of all curries, aka King C.
Arimura-san, behind you.
I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into this original character.
So that's what it was. I thought you were working on something this morning.
What? Ma'am? No, this is an idea to promote our products.
Your job is not advertising. get out and go do your job.
Sorry.
I watched after Arimura-san as she ran away. The manager faced me to talk.
Takasugi, how are you? How are you doing with Akutsu?
I'm kind of struggling. He just has a terrible attitude.
He does have a bit of a personality.
A bit? He's driving me crazy every day.
I know, but there's been a shortage of employees and he's our first new employee in a year. You get it, right?
She placed a hand on my shoulder and continued.
Oh yeah, I think I heard him say he's going out to do rounds earlier.
What? He didn't tell me that.
Oh, maybe you just missed him? Sorry, I thought you knew.
I'll call him. I called him incessantly, but there was no answer. It was 3 hours later when he showed his face. My god, where the hell were you? Oh, rounds? That's not what I mean. I meant, why didn't you tell me where you were going? I don't think there's a rule that I have to tell you every little thing. I involuntarily balled up my fist at his unapologetic attitude. I didn't expect the words that came out of his mouth next. About the meeting I just had, it's probably bad to not get a signature on the contract, right? Wait, contract? Yes, they agreed. So now we just have to make the paperwork and give it to them. Akutsu looked proud. I was in shock. Who did you make a deal with? Ihao Market. I'm sure even you've heard of it. The manager, who was listening from afar, came up to us.
You got a contract with a big store. Nice work, Akutsu.
Of course, I negotiated with them myself.
So, what does the deal look like?
I gave them a special discount deal.
What? Special discount? Why did you do that without asking?
Apparently, this was news to the manager as well. Her shoulders dropped in exasperation.
I see. I was about to get excited.
What do you mean? I say discount, but I calculate it so that we still get a profit.
So, you can't just decide that on your own, newbie.
Are you going to shut this down?
I'll take responsibility for this, so give me the details later.
Oof, I understand. I worked hard though. Akutsu left looking down. I spoke to the manager. I apologize. I caused this.
No, don't worry. I didn't think he'd go make a deal on his own.
After talking to the aforementioned supermarket, the contract was annulled. Later, a complaint would come in for the sales department and change everything.
Hey, Akutsu, what's with this post?
Shoot! I got excited about the contract last time and posted that!
Delete it. We've gotten complaints from other clients who saw this.
Apparently, he bragged about the contract on social media before coming back to the office last time. Unfortunately, the post was seen by one of our clients. They were coming at us for not giving them the same discount. Is this guy smart or is he dumb? But we didn't go through with the deal anyway.
You idiot! You can't be posting contract details on social media in the first place. That's common sense.
The manager was usually pretty relaxed, but she seemed pretty angry. The situation couldn't be ignored, so there was a meeting. Akutsu-kun, do you understand how much trouble you've caused with your actions? I apologize. I'll be careful from now on. We can just look past this. We'll let you know what we plan to do shortly.
You're gonna be under our supervision for a while, okay?
Yes, I understand. Akutsu was temporarily transferred to the General Affairs Department. This transfer wasn't really a punishment. It was more so to see how he did outside of sales. He was still new, but this was a slap on the wrist. The company still had high expectations of him. I'm too good for this. I don't think you'd be in this situation if you were good at this. But he seemed seriously annoyed by this. It was temporary, but I was relieved to have him off my back.
Wait. Are you in a good mood?
No, not really. But it's been crazy recently, so I feel a bit calmer.
The newbie was quite the troublemaker, huh? The higher-ups seem to have reevaluated things after all this, though.
Graduating from H University is a big deal. If only he could apply that skill to his work.
Oh, yeah. He says something about you not going to university, right?
Actually, I didn't even finish high school. I'm definitely not what you called educated.
Oh, really? That actually makes me respect you.
Really? My mom was a single mom, and I was the eldest of 5 siblings. I had no choice but to get to work. Upon hearing that, Arimura-san's face turned solemn.
Mr. Takasugi, you've been through a lot.
No, I really haven't. In the end, I was adopted by this company, and I'm having fun.
Oh man, I think I might cry. Do you want a manju? I'll give you 2.
Thanks, I'll take them. I took the manjus from her, and we continued talking. In this moment, I had no idea that someone was watching us from the shadows. Damn, what is this? I'm going through it, and he's just eating snacks. He did this to himself, and yet, this guy was consistent. It's all because that moron didn't try to cover for me in the first place. It was one thing to be resentful, but he didn't feel responsible at all. A few days later, there was another incident.
Mr. Takasugi, it's bad.
What's wrong? You seem flustered.
One of our major clients said they haven't received their order.
Wait, really? Why?
There was an error when entering the desired delivery date.
Takasugi and I both told you to double check. Why didn't you?
I thought that was inefficient. Him again.
It takes one thing like this to lose trust, you know? Can you take responsibility for it if they cut their contract?
The manager was really giving it to him. Even Akutsu looked down in shame. But if he were the type to take a step back without a fight, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. But this isn't just my fault.
What?
We shouldn't be entering each order by hand anyway.
You little... You're trying to turn the blame around?
The manager was past anger. She was exasperated. The disaster didn't end here.
Ma'am, if the delivery doesn't come in by their seasonal campaign, they said they might consider switching companies.
Of course they will.
It's already quite delayed, so I think it'll be difficult to get it in on time.
Oh no, this is pretty bad. I guess he finally realized the gravity of the situation. His face turned paler and paler. I couldn't stand still any longer. Ma'am, let's think about this.
Takasugi, do you have any ideas?
No, but it's possible to minimize the damage.
Okay, the previous representative for that company.
Was me. So, can you let me handle this? She seemed surprised for a moment, but nodded understandingly.
Okay, Akutsu, you go with Takasugi.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go talk to the production department. Takasugi, I'm counting on you.
Yes, ma'am. I'll get going. I turned around before I left the office. Akutsu was standing there, looking like he wanted to say something. Takasugi-san, why are you doing all this? Huh? What? Because this is all my fault. So why are you... So you know you're in the wrong. I'm kinda relieved to hear that. I smiled, and we headed to the client company. So, what are you gonna do about it? We sincerely apologize. If there were any losses due to the delay, we will respond according to the contract. We get that, but our higher-ups are not gonna sit still. Yes, we will provide an alternative item at a discounted price. We will also provide a special discount for your next order. Would you please consider continuing your contract with us? They thought for a while. I prayed they wouldn't refuse. Nervous sweat was dripping down my back. They slowly opened their mouth. Okay, I'll talk to the higher-ups. But you better not mess up next time. Yes, of course. We sincerely apologize for this. I'm no villain. You've treated us well all this time. Thank you. We look forward to your continued patronage. I let out a sigh of relief as I bowed. We avoided being cut off. We returned to the office. So now, we just have to work with production to deal with this. I was walking fast, thinking, when I turned around because I thought I heard something. There was Akutsu, looking like he had something to say. Senpai, I'm really sorry. I was only thinking about myself. It's okay. I wasn't planning on cleaning up after you at first. Oof, of course not. But I realized this. This guy's probably afraid of growing up. What? What does that? Akutsu seemed bewildered. I continued. You're scared of changing the person you've worked hard to become, right? In your case, you graduated from a big university, and people expect a lot. So, you're more scared than anyone of being rejected. That's... But, if you think about it, that just means you're less confident than others. You don't come out of your shell and just put up a front. That's why people don't see you. There is only one thing an adult should do for a child who's afraid of growing up. Open up more and lean on others. The people you can trust might be closer than you think. Takasugi, senpai. Upon hearing those words, tears fell from Akutsu's eyes. Problem solved for now. Was what I wanted to say, but Akutsu was called in some days later. About what happened? Do you have anything to say for yourself? No, I don't. I see. I thought I would hear you out. Everything was my responsibility. I knew people expected a lot. I apologize. Do you know why we hired you in the first place? Because I graduated from H University? That might be a reason for a large company, or a group with ties to education. But, not us. What? You are 27, right? It's not like you went straight to H University. How many gap years? 5. Yes, Akutsu went through higher education, but he was not privileged by any means. That's what we saw. You chased after your goal without giving up. Akutsu couldn't hide his surprise. I didn't know that. So, now you know. Don't miscalculate your strengths. Reflect on the mistake you made this time. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. As long as you understand. As for your punishment this time around, after further discussion, we decided to move you to a subsidiary company. What? The warning after the social media fiasco, time off, we had you all these things. But we didn't see any improvement in your attitude. And then, this happened. Wait, so, does that mean I'm being demoted? Not fired? Yes, be grateful for this company's grace. Also, that company is known for having a tough department head. I think you'll struggle, but we're looking forward to your work. I'm done. I'm leaving now. Yes, sir! Thank you!
He got sent off to quite the place, huh?
A few days later, the office was buzzing with the news. I mean, it makes sense. He did what he did.
I guess. But I do feel a little bit bad. I heard it's crazy there.
I felt that way too, but the company wasn't making decisions based on personal feelings. I figured they made the decision that made sense. After that, I heard that Akutsu completely changed his behavior. My name is Yuichiro Akutsu, H University graduate. My strengths are my perseverance and proactiveness. Okay, you're gonna go make sales now. Don't come back until you've got to 100 places. I'm sure it's tough, but I hope he can use something that he learned from us. If you stay humble, you can get second chances.
Man, that was quite the experience.
Yeah, I didn't think I would have to spend my time like this.
It worked out because it was you. If it were me, impossible.
You might be right.
Ooh, you're not supposed to agree.
My very long but very short time as trainer came to an end. While I was driving, Arimura-san said this to me out of the blue.
It's been a while since we've gone on a sales run like this.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it's been kinda mess recently.
Yeah, I've been lonely, you know.
What? What are you saying?
Nothing.
She put on a mischievous smile like she always did.
Wait, are you feeling a bit flustered?
Hey, don't tease me. Jeez.
I'm not. You need rain to see a rainbow.
Exactly. Sometimes after a storm, you find the buds of romance.